At 285 pounds, I felt that was a lot of weight to carry. Went into the doctors one day, explained to me that if I didn't make some changes in my life, my health was deteriorating. So I'm at age 62 now, and it was a struggle to start. I was losing about a pound to 2 pounds a week, and so when I started seeing the results over the months, I started enjoying that. I felt that with the energy starting to come, I felt I could spend more time with my grandchildren. That was the big thing. That was my motivation, is that I wanted to be around for my grandchildren.
So I'm sitting on my couch and I'm drinking this $3.25 bottle of kombucha tea, and I said, what am I doing? Why am I drinking this? What is the point when I'm 195 pounds, 5'6", not right. So my daughter is a very talented sprinter, and when she first started sprinting, I was sitting in the stands being overweight and eating nachos and telling her to go, 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 where it should be me that was out there maybe starting to walk or run, and I just didn't feel right. It didn't equal, it didn't measure up that I should sit there and tell her to go when I'm sitting here overweight and eating very badly and watching her run. I can't imagine going back to the way I felt before, where I felt like it was too difficult to tie my shoes, or I couldn't run with my children on the playground. If I ever have a craving of some sort and something that I really want to have, but I know that would be my limit, I just imagine myself like in a warrior pose where I'm strong and I can breathe, and that helps me work through it.
I got started with my weight loss is that I went to one of my physicals, and I was at my largest. I was over 200 pounds. And I didn't feel like I was 200 pounds, and I just went to my physical, and all of a sudden I just looked at my chart. I just kind of sort of glanced over my chart, and I saw my current health history, and it said morbid obesity. It said that I was morbidly obese, but the doctor never told me, but I saw it in my chart. I guess they didn't want to hurt my feelings. And so right there I had to make a change, because I knew that I was at risk for diabetes and high blood pressure, and I just had to make a change. You know, I want to be there for my children. I still have a young 8-year-old, so I want to be able to run with him in the park, and he's really spunky, and I was tired of being tired also, and I wanted to be able to run after him. And then I have my 13-year-old, now I have to run after her, so I gotta run after the boys. So.
What makes this book different is I know what it feels like to be fat. I remember really clearly one time I went to Legoland with my kids. I could not fit into the ride, and I was determined to ride this ride that I couldn't fit into. So the poor attendant, he was really embarrassed. He was pushing and pushing and pushing the metal bar onto my stomach, and finally it snapped into place. I felt like I was being snapped in too, but I refused to let my kids ride on their own. And that's when I really realized, you know what? I'm really fat. I didn't do anything about it. I still kept up my regular habits because I felt overwhelmed like most people do. It was only after my dad died, about a month after, when I finally realized I was mortal and someday I was going to die if I didn't take care of myself. I hadn't done anything that I wanted to do with my life, so it was about time to take charge. So I did. I started with small baby steps. I walked the kids to school. I started to change my eating habits, and then I started to do a little bit of weightlifting and eventually spinning. I wrote this book to let people know that it is possible to do it on your own, without pills, without any magic. It is hard work, but it's entirely doable. I lost 80 pounds, never thought I'd be ever again in a size 4, and here I am, back in a size 4, and it's a really good feeling. So I wanted people to know that you can do it too.